All right, good day, traders. This is Alex from Seasonal Swing Trader, and this is your seasonal idea of the week. Today, we're going to take a look at two exchanges, the battle of the exchanges, Intercontinental Exchange based out of Atlanta and CBOE, Chicago Board Option Exchange based out of Chicago. Now, members were flagged to this bullish idea on ICE last week. This has a start date of April 6th, last until around early to mid-May, May 11 to be exact. 80% win rate over the last 15 years. You can see a nice steady eddy climb here on the equity graph based on 100 shares traded. What I like to see on these price history tables or these seasonal tables are obviously a lot of green, but I like to see consistent bars. You can see for the most part we've been hovering around this average of say 10 to 12% average gain with a couple of down years here in 12 and 14 and a down year here in 17. We have a score of 3.5, which is on the upper tier of our probability range, with 5 being the highest. So it was a good looking trade, and that's why our members were alerted. So if we take a look at ICE and the analysis that we did, we always want to do a top-down analysis on the monthly, weekly, and down to the daily. Start with the higher time frames, moving to the lower time frames. And we indicated that we'd want to get long here on a breakout of this pennant or wedge or triangle, whatever you want to call it. We were getting that both on the daily and the weekly. Now you can see a little bit of coiling action here on the monthly. If we did not take out these monthly lows, the path of least resistance was to the upside. So if we start taking out these monthly highs, expect to see higher prices. Our first target was going to be around the 120 area, and we're just about $2.50 shy of that today. Now, on to the new idea for this week. That's going to be CBOE. You see we have a lower rated scoring metric here on CBOE. 80% win rate over 10 years, so 8 of the last 10 years. If we click on that, we do see a lot of green bars, albeit not as pronounced as we saw maybe there on ICE. Mostly flat to relatively small profits there for the first handful of years up to 15, 16. Larger gains seen in 17, 19, and 20 with that loss there in 2018. But we know this trade has an average drawdown of about 2%, so that gives us a good idea of where to place our risk. So if we look at CBOE for this week, go to CBOE, let's take a look. And from the charts here, we're trading in between monthly supply and demand levels. Monthly buyers are in control until we get up here to the 115 area. We're currently trading at 100, 101. What I'll be looking for to buy this market is if we get breaks and closes above last week's high around 101.75, 102 area. That's where we'll be setting price alerts. Notice that we'll get a small trend line break here as well on the weekly. We'll want to see that extra confirmation over here on the daily. First targets, if we do get that confirmation buy above 102, will be 106.5, and then we'll look to run it up to these swing highs up here around the 120, 125 area. How will I play this trade? Very simply, I'll sell bull put spreads below trend line support. Alternatively, you can consider call options or call debit spreads, or of course buy the stock outright. So there's many ways to play these seasonal ideas each and every week. Hope it helps. We'll see you on the next update.